He came and died on that cross, and he shed his blood. He took the wrath for you. He took the punishment for you. He took the judgment for you. Muslims,
No!
did Muhammad die for you? Christ died on that cross. He died on that cross and shed his blood for you on that cross.
How many times?
He took his punishment for
How
you.
many times?
He took his punishment. He was nailed to that cross. He was nailed for you. He was nailed for you on that cross. He was nailed for you on that cross. He shed his blood for you on that cross. He was nailed for you on that cross. He gave his life for you on that cross. Please come to him today. Trust him today.
Edition. Translation.
How many editions?
Not versions.
Versions.
Then the digress will use. No. It says edition. Let's use the word.
Keep in one place.
Okay, I'll call some in a minute.
I'm correcting you.
I'll give you the evidence. I'll give you the evidence. When you in history, when you want to verify something's a fact, yeah, you have to have multiple evidences.
That's what your premise is. We don't have to agree with that. So come with
But if I give evidence from my side, that's bias. But if I give evidence, listen, if I give evidence, listen, no. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Listen, let me finish. When I give you evidence, I am giving you evidence that is enemy evidence from the enemies.
That doesn't make it true. That doesn't make it true.
It makes it true, but it makes it really good, especially when these are reliable historians. No. Right, I'm going to give you some evidence. The Quran says that Jesus did not die on a cross. Can I say something once? Let me finish. The Quran says Jesus did not die on a cross. Right? That's what the Quran says. Would you agree?
And the Bible says something as well.
Okay. Now, when Jesus was dying on the cross, Josephus, a Jewish historian, round about 80 AD, who did not like Christians, who was an enemy of Christians, who used the best material that he could get, because, listen, let me finish.
80 years on.
Let me
80 years after the event.
Let me finish.
Carry on.
First century historians tried to use eyewitness material. Did you know that? Did you know that? No, let me finish my argument and then you can deconstruct it, yeah?
I'm not going to deconstruct your
Let
argument.
me finish the argument. Let me finish the argument. Let me finish the argument. There was a historian called Polybius in 2 BC.
Mention.
I'll give you one more minute.
Mention that Plotinus, who lived in the 4th century, stated that he had read a book called The Journeys of the Apostles, which related tradition of Peter, John, Andrew, Thomas, and Paul, among other things. The book stated that Jesus was not crucified, but rather another in his place, and therefore Jesus and the apostle had laughed at those who believed Jesus had died on the cross. Also similar to this belief of Basilides and his follower student were known as the Basilidians. These are early historians. And there's many more, I'll give you that. There's many more.
Let me come back to you, yeah? Let me come back to your argument, what he's made, yeah? Can I just come back to his argument? I give you early sources, I give you Josephus, I give you Tacitus, right? I also give you eyewitnesses from the Gospels, yeah? Now listen, you're giving me quotes from a few scholars and you're giving me quotes from a few historical sources. They come later. Than after Josephus. But here's the point. This is a very important point. You could have early sources and later sources, but the later sources could be better than the early sources. So even if it's early, even if it's early, it doesn't make it right. My sources are earlier, but my sources are not only earlier, they're of better quality. And the reason why they're better,
and then the actual disciple laughed.
Let me finish.
Disciples laugh at those who be.
Let me finish. Let me finish the argument. Let me finish. They're better quality.
He was one of the most reliable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My sources are
I'm sure more research can only come after, not before.
Let me finish. My sources are earlier, and not only are they earlier, they are better quality, Josephus and Tacitus. If you've got two enemies who are saying that Jesus is crucified, it's better than this evidence. Your evidence. Wait a minute, let me finish. The evidence that you're quoting is later. Now here's the point. If you get the Gnostic Gospels, if you read all the Gnostic Gospels, have you read the Gnostic Gospels? If you read the Gnostic Gospels, they all quote from the four Gospels, showing you that the four Gospels were in the 1st century and the Gnostic Gospels were in the 2nd century. Secondly, the Gnostic Gospels don't tell you anything about Jerusalem. The four Gospels give you minutiae detail about Jerusalem. For example, in Gospel of John, it tells you that the pool of Bethesda, yeah, where it's got 5 porticos, yeah, detail in the four Gospels, showing you that the four Gospels were written in the 1st century, near the time of Jesus, where the Gnostic Gospels are in the 2nd century. And these, wait a minute, these scholars are in that camp. There's a scholar called Dr. Bauer, and he's behind these theories, and these theories come with postmodernism. And postmodernism says there is no one truth. And because there's no one truth, they say when you go back to history, there were multiple views of Christianity. But when it came to the cross, there was one clear message that somebody died and rose again.
You missing my point. I agree with you. Somewhat, because according to someone that I agree with you. But when you try to make like it's definitely like this, the Messiah Jesus, that's where the problem comes in.
I respect you.
Because you have early stuff like, for example, another early.
I'll let you evidence. If you give me evidence. If you give me evidence,
Jesus not good enough for you.
If you give me evidence that Jesus did not die on the cross, I'll become a Muslim.
Like Muhammad, like Moses.
Can you hear the evidence from the Muslims?
Yeah, I give you evidence.
No evidence from the Muslims. I give you evidence that
You don't have evidence, my friend. What's your evidence?
Josephus.
You don't believe
Josephus said.
What's the evidence? Show me the evidence.
I'm giving you evidence. Josephus.
Brother, London hospital over there, man.
Don't touch me.
You have injection.
I don't touch you.
You have head problem.
Josephus was a historian. He wrote that Christ died under Pontius Pilate.
You said you was going to give evidence.
Historical evidence.
Historical evidence. How many people were there when he was
So where is the evidence from the Quran?
Now you said you was going to give the evidence. You said you was going to give that up.
I've given you the
Yeah, you
evidence.
haven't given us the evidence. You haven't given us the evidence. You're lying.
I've given you the evidence.
You're lying. You're lying. Look, you're looking small now. You're looking small. You're looking small. Josephus, ask you what the evidence was.
Now you're doing ad hominem. Ad hominem.
Yeah. Just because you were making look small.
Jesus Christ died on that cross. He shed his blood for you on that cross. He gave his life for you on that cross to redeem you today and give you life and give you a hope and give you a future. That's why he died on that cross, my friends. We've come all the way from Manchester to tell you that Jesus Christ died on that cross to bring you home to heaven today. And that's the evidence. You've got evidence for Christianity. You've got no evidence for your position. Where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? Hey, bro.
Somebody said to leave him alone.
How you doing? You all right, bro? He's a friend of mine. How you doing? You all right?
Manchester. Oh my God, never mind.
Yeah, the Manchester crew.
Taking the Lord's name in vain, they say.
He's from Manchester.
Yeah, we come down. Are you all right?
So can I say something while he's looking for it? Yeah?
No, let him look.
Can I say something, Jason?
If you say, I'll let you speak.
Jason, we had a guy from your neck of the woods called Yorkshire Rip, and he said God told him to kill the women. Does that make it true? Does that make it true?
Listen.
That's the argument you're putting forward.
Let me just.
You're good,
come
but
back.
just not good enough. We're born in this country.
No, listen. Let me give you a 101. I have a degree in theology from Manchester University. Studied at MA. This is my topic, bro. Historical Jesus studies. Yeah?
The good thing is, then you should stick to your topic. Yeah? Chemistry is my subject. Yeah?
Criminology.
You're only academic in your subject. That doesn't make you a master of all trades. It doesn't make you a master of all trades.
Let me finish.
No, you're trying to be patronising. You're very good at it. You are.
No,
with your colleague, you're tapping you on the back.
it's not historical studies. We're looking at historical Jesus studies.
Alright, listen. I'll go.
Okay.
The Quran says.
This is the Quran.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you say Muhammad, who came later.
When we've done this,
Remember the Quran is
yeah?
the claim behind the word of the Quran is not Prophet Muhammad's words. It's the Creator word.
Okay.
Not bounded by past, not no.
Okay.
So it's God is speaking, not Prophet Muhammad's word. Let's make that very clear.
Okay, go on.
So God says in the Quran, they said in boast, meaning the Jews, we have killed the Messiah Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah. But they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him. That is very clear. But another was made to resemble him to them. And indeed, those who differ over it are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge of it and follow only conjecture. And they did not kill him, being certain of his identity. So somebody is killed. So if you have those historians saying this and saying that, this is what it's the deception that is what they perceive. Their own perception deceives them. Like, you know, if I'm coming and I see and I think I see a 5 pound from a distance away, but when I go closer, it's a paper. It doesn't mean God deceived me. My own perception deceived me. Yes. So yeah.
Is this your argument?
No, wait. No. I'm gonna go to some. You said there's no. You said the historian says this.
I just want your evidence.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you some now.
I'm listening to you with respect.
I'm gonna give you some now. The current statement that Jesus was neither slain or crucified, and another was killed, whom they assume was Jesus, stands very much in favor of the divine origin of the Quran. Many argue that had Muhammad been a forger, the crucifixion would be the last detail he would change. However, further study reveals that Christians during the pre-Islamic era followed just a diverse doctrine. Try to make it like it's not diverse, listen. As they do today. Amongst these beliefs were that Jesus was not crucified, and many early Christian sects denied that the crucifixion even occurred. This begs the question as to why they deny the crucifixion of Jesus. H.M. Listen now, give reference now. H.M. Watkins in his book Early Church History, stated the stumbling block of the age of early Christianity was not so much Jesus' divinity, but his crucifixion. Some of the first group that followed the way of Jesus, and also several other historical sources other than the Quran verse, confirm that Jesus did not. Listen, go. You know, mention.
Let him finish his argument and then we'll call it a day.
These are people who believe in crucifixion. H. Lincoln Michael, yeah? Richard Lay, in their controversial and critical acclaim.
Okay, who is he?
No, the Holy Blood and the Holy Grail. Listen,
who is he though?
No, listen, this is historical document.
I know the scholars.
Mention a historical text in the Nag Hammadi scrolls.
I've read them.
And state that these manuscript contains manuscript entitled The Treatise of Seth. Here it is mentioned that Jesus was not crucified, even though a crucifixion did take place. I'm saying that crucifixion did take place, but I'm saying your identification is wrong. So I expect that someone to say that.
My friend, those Gospels, the Night of Army Gospels, yeah? I've read all the Gospels. I've read all these, right? I've got lists here, I've got notes on them, yeah? When you read these guys, these Gnostic Gospels are quoting, right? That scholar, when he's saying they say Jesus didn't die, but they're quoting the 4 Gospels, which shows you the Gnostics, listen, the Gnostics believed that the 4 Gospels were authoritative. Yeah? So this scholarship,
you haven't had Jesus Barnabas, you have many different beliefs. Some people say many different beliefs. Simon of Cyrene, there's many different beliefs.
This scholarship is going, it's not good scholarship, bro. Honestly, mate, it's not good scholarship. You've got to read the Gnostic Gospels yourself. Go to the primary sources. Read Josephus yourself.
The oldest gospel, the oldest Bible in the world.
Not just the scholars.
The oldest gospel in the world.
I quote Scott.
The oldest gospel in the world. Do you know where it is now?
The oldest gospel
in the world. Yeah.
P45 it's in Ryland's.
The oldest Bible in the world.
The oldest Bible
in the world. Yeah.
We have Sinaiticus and Vaticanus.
The oldest gospel in the world. You know where it is?
I've told you.
It's too well known. There's an ITV documentary with the guy Omar
I've told you P45.
In Greece.
No,
the oldest one is in Greece.
No, we have P45 in Manchester. That's the oldest piece of the gospel that we have.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's narratives there. When you try to make it like okay then now, everyone who said that Jesus died, that's not historical. It's been diverse since someone died, but some people say it's not him.
My friend, I respect you, yeah, and I really great respect to you talking to me, yeah. But let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer it, right? Have you read the Gnostic Gospels? Have you read them all?
I don't read them all.
No, that's what you need to do. If you're going into a debate on that subject, you've got to read it. I've read them. I can tell you that the scholars are wrong, and I challenge you to go and read.
Why are they wrong? Because you read the Gnostic Gospels?
No, because if you read the Gnostic Gospels, the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, do not quote the Gnostic Gospels, right? But the Gnostic Gospels are always quoting the 4 Gospels. That tells you that the Gnostic Gospels believe the 4 Gospels were authoritative, and they came after the 4 Gospels. The 4 Gospels are earlier historical source. No, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and they're the earliest historical source, and they match what Josephus said.
But I said Bart Ehrman about Josephus. Bart Ehrman said Josephus didn't mention nothing much about Christ.
No, but
Bart Ehrman been a story. You know what it says? Josephus mentioned nothing much about Christ. He only said about Christ in passing by.
no, Bart Ehrman.
He didn't mention nothing much about
Bart
Christ.
Ehrman. In Josephus, yeah, there's a bit where he says he rose again. Most scholars don't believe that bit, but Bart Ehrman and most scholars believe that in Josephus, when it says he died under Pontius Pilate, Bart Ehrman and most scholars believe that. Right? Scholarship is split between three camps. The first camp say it's all true about what Josephus says, that Jesus died and rose again. The second camp, listen, the biggest camp, is that it's half right, Josephus, yeah? And someone interpolated, put a little bit in about the resurrection, yeah? And then there's a small minority say it's not Josephus. Listen. Victor Vermees is the world authority on this. Let me finish. Victor Vermees is the world authority on this, who recently died, says that the vast majority of scholars in the middle who say that Jesus died, and that Pontius Pilate says Jesus died, that Josephus... Josephus said that Jesus died and the Pontius Pilate. The vast majority of scholars agree with that. Okay? They agree with that. All right, I'm going to go. Yeah. Respect to you. Thanks for debating.
Check out the oldest book. It's okay.